Hey, okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about the difference between contour and bronzer. So let's start with talking about contour. So contour is used as a way to mimic the natural shadows that fall on your face. And you place contour in those areas as a way to really define that shadow and give you extra sculpting and definition. When we put on foundation, we're basically trying to give a nice and even look to our skin tone. But as a result of that, it kind of makes our face look flat and it takes away some of that definition. So when we contour, we're basically trying to add it back in. And like I said, mimic those natural shadows by making them stand out a little bit more and giving them some extra depth so that then we can have that extra sculpting and definition in our face. Now, the really cool thing about mascara's 3D foundation is that the contour is actually part of the foundation. So it actually provides you with coverage. And so you don't have to layer it on top of other makeup. You can place it directly on your skin. So contour is going to be placed, like I said, where the shadows naturally fall. So you've got it right up here, as you can see, along my hairline. I've got it right here underneath my cheekbone. And then I've actually got it sculpted out here along my jaw. And then if you want to be a little bit extra, you can also do down the sides of your nose as well. Now by adding the contour where I have, it has sculpted out my cheekbones and makes them stand out a little bit more. It's made my nose look a little bit more narrow. It's made my forehead a little bit smaller, but it's also given me a little bit more definition. And instead of looking like a flat face, it gives that kind of curved look because our faces are round and it makes it look that way. And then it also has sculpted out my jawline for more definition. Now, because contour is supposed to be mimicking shadows on our face, it's gonna have a cooler tone to it, so it's a lot more ashy in color. Now, bronzer, in contrast to the contour, it doesn't have any coverage at all. It's actually a much more sheer application. Bronzer is also much more warm toned than contour is, and you're gonna put it on the high parts of your face. It's gonna be put in the areas where the sun is most likely to hit your face first. Bronzer is basically used as a way to make your face have a sun-kissed glow, and it's gonna add a lot more warmth to the finished look. Now let me show you exactly what I mean in terms of the tone and color of the two different products. So this one right here is a contour. You can see it's a lot more ashy and cool toned. This right here is the bronzer, and you can just see just how much of a difference there is between the two and how much warmer this one is. So you never want to mix these two up. Bronzer should always go on the high parts of your face to give you that sheer coverage and to provide you with a sun-kissed glow. And contour is actually going to provide you with the coverage when you're using this particular kind of contour, and it's going to be used to mimic the shadows of your face. Now you can already see where I have applied the contour using the 3D foundation, but now I'm going to show you how and where to apply the bronzer in contrast to where I've put the contour. Now I'm just taking the fluffy end of the blush and bronzer brush and I've swirled it around my Bella bronzer, and now I'm just gonna go here on the high parts of my face. So right up here along my cheekbone, right above where I placed my contour, and I'm just gonna do really soft circular motions in that area to give me a really nice, pretty, warm glow using that bronzer right there on the high parts of my face. And you can see already how much extra lift and definition that gives by adding in that warmth and that little bit of sheer coverage using the bronzer. Now I've added the bronzer on both sides of my face up on the cheekbones, and some people also like to place a little bit right on the edge of their chin. They like to put a little bit on the tips of their nose, and then you can also go across just kind of on the edges of your forehead and just kind of in those central area there. Because again, we're going with the areas where the sun hits first, and the places that are the high points of my face would be my cheekbones, the central parts of my forehead, the tip of my nose, and the chin. These are the areas that stick out. And so like I said, when the sun hits naturally, that's the area where it's going to hit, and that's where you want to place your bronzer. And now that I've got my bronzer on, I can finish off by adding a little bit of blush just to add a little bit of extra color to my cheeks, add on some lip color, and I'm good to go.